the Las Vegas Raiders. So now it appears that they are out of there was talk they thought that maybe they would try to get first Tom Brady because of Josh McDaniels and his relationship when he was the offensive coordinator in New England. And then, of course, Tom Brady retired. And then there was talk about them trying to get Aaron Rodgers, and Josh McDaniels has insinuated that the Raiders are out of that. And now he's basically saying that they're looking for a young quarterback to kind of build and develop with, which to me sounds like this gives him an out. Like if the team's not good because you got a young guy and I need time to build or work with him. They had Derek Carr there, who was an all-pro. What? No good?
I mean, Derek Carr reminds me of Andy Dalton because I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Okay, so
where we got our quarterback's good. I mean, good. I mean, he good.
I know, but he ain't great. But who are they bringing in, though?
No. So hold on a second now. There comes a point in time, Rob, where you got to look at your quarterback position and say, we know we're not going to win a Super Bowl with this guy. Good player, but this is not the guy. That's why I give a lot of credit to the Rams a few years ago when they got rid of Goff and went and got
Stafford.
Stafford.
Yeah, but he also almost threw that pick in that.
Whatever. The fact of the matter
they did win. Okay,
Rob, the fact of the matter is these are tough decisions that need to be made by organizations. And, yeah, when you got Derek Carr, you thought that he would take you over the hump, but you now realize he's not that guy. So it's now we've accepted it. So now we got to go get it's hard to get a franchise quarterback.
No, I know.
We know this, right? So let's look in the draft. Let's take a look at what we got. But what's really important, and I heard you talking about Justin Fields. I mean, what's really important, because I'm an Ohio State guy too. I saw Justin Fields. Smart, intelligent, works hard, coachable. Everything you want in a quarterback. Now, I'm not a Bears fan, but my God, on SportsCenter, or do I ever see a guy on his back more than Justin Fields? Right? So that tells me that whatever scheme you're running,
it doesn't work for him.
It doesn't work for him. So let's not say it's the young quarterback. It's who's calling the plays.
Well, we saw that. Would you say that with Jalen Hurts just 1 year ago? You remember Jalen Hurts a year ago.
Yes. And I love Jalen Hurts too. Jalen Hurts, I mean, the way he handled that whole situation at Alabama.
You get benched in that situation, man. That'll destroy you.
I don't even know Jalen Hurts, but I love that dude.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why I was okay with if the Eagles would have won, although I was rolling with Kansas City, because Patrick Mahomes is my son, and I just wanted to say that on live. I mean, I got 2 adopted sons,
okay,
Rob. I got 2. I got my other son play with Golden State, Steph. I'm team light skin.
I see all your friends. How did I get in the group?
I'm just saying my other son is a quarterback for Kansas City.
Right.
But back to the topic.
Did you play with his dad?
No, I didn't play with him. I don't remember. He's a pitcher, so I don't really remember facing him.
Yeah.
But Derek Carr has run his course. You have to make these decisions, man. You're fan. The Raiders got some of the most rabid, greatest fan. I've never seen a fan base that loves a team as much as this team.
I agree.
For the amount that they don't win.
Right. Because they used to be a winner, in the old days.
Remember when they had Stabler and back in the day?
John Madden was their coach.
I was growing up then too.
Right.
I know. But they kept their fan base. They've held on to it.
And they've moved to 100 different cities, and they still right.
I've been to a Raiders game in Las Vegas, and I'll tell you, the support, and they got it on the young boys, the little 4-year-old kids wearing all the chains
and the black,
everything.
all that stuff, that golf stuff, right?
So I respect the fact that the Raiders are saying, "Hey, listen, we need to make a move. We don't know what it's going to be. We don't know what it's going to look like, but we know time." And a true fan of the Raiders realizes, okay, I appreciate you trying to put a better product out here.
Okay, now here's where I'm going to push back.
Go ahead.
I think they'll regret this because you just said it. As hard as it is to get a quarterback, there's 15 teams that would get rid of their quarterback tomorrow if they could upgrade and do a better job, because getting a quarterback is very hard, and without one, it's hard to win. Now, Derek Carr didn't have a great year, so Dave, I'll give you that. But that wasn't the reason that team failed last year. You remember they blew 4 double-digit leads. 3 times they had 17-point leads, and they blew those games. That means your quarterback scored you some points. Now, your defense didn't do anything, and I think whenever you have a new coach, that struggled his first year. When you go get a new quarterback or a rookie guy or a younger guy, you have a built-in excuse why we not winning. That's why if I'm a Raider fan, I'm mad, right? It's like, like we just got this guy. You got to give him a couple years. He can't, Dave. He just got here. No, you got to learn the scheme.
I agree with you. It's an automatic built-in excuse. I get that. But then you go out and you draft a kid like the kid at San Diego. What's the quarterback's name of San Diego Chargers? Came out of Oregon.
Herbert.
Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
Then you go get a young dude like Herbert and comes in. You like, man.
No, if
this
they get
kid
that,
can play.
No, I get
okay,
that.
so wait, hold on a second. You push back. Now let me say this. Okay. You can go get a Herbert in this draft, possibly. My pushback is this. Hey, Raiders, let me ask you a question. Who you guys got in the scouting department? Who you got in the development department of these quarterbacks when he arrives? Because I always say it in baseball. I can go out here and draft a stud. I mean a stud in baseball. I can go draft a stud. But if he comes into my organization and we got sloppy coaching, we don't know how to coach the kid, we don't know how to get the best out of him, then he'll waste away in my organization. And people will say, oh, well, that kid, man, he just
He's
couldn't
a bum.
do it.
He couldn't do it.
Right. But they're not saying, yeah, he couldn't do it because he didn't get the coaching. See, so you always got to go back to how these young men are being coached. Now, Derek Carr has been there for a while.
Right. And he's had a ton of coaches and coordinators, you know
all
that.
He's
right.
as well as his desire to be better each year because every player in the league wants to be
Devontae Adams
better.
Came there to play with him. That's his college quarterback, right?
And you brought up a point that 3 of the games, I believe you said they were up by 17.
Yes.
So it really was putting on the defense, correct?
Yep.
But then I ask you this, Rob. Then why would you get rid of this man? There's something on a day-to-day basis in being around him that the message is felt with the Raiders that this is not our guy that can
You know what I think it is? I think it's Josh McDaniels who – you have two kinds of coaches, and you know this, Dave.
Go ahead.
One coach looks at the talent that he has and molds his team to fit what he has. I'll give you the perfect
That's the
example.
better coach.
Okay? Pat Riley had Showtime with the Lakers. He goes to the Knicks. They don't have Showtime. They don't have any players who can play like that. What did he do? Slow it down. Physical. Anthony Mason, Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, right? Tougher, stronger guy. That's a guy who will change his coaching style to fit the talent that he has. Josh McDaniels is, no, this is the way I do it, and I want you to do it that way. And I think that's where Derek Carr maybe wasn't going to do it Josh McDaniels' way. I think there was some pushback because he would change plays at the line of scrimmage. He don't want you to improvise. I sent in the play, you run my play. And those are where I think the rub came in.
And again, that's so valid, right? But now we have to understand this. The man in power position right there is McDaniels. Right?
No, he's the coach, right?
So he's the one that says, hey, this is my team. All right. They've hired me to put a winner on the field. This guy is really not my type of quarterback. Okay. That doesn't mean he can't play because it's not like there's so many coaches that make the best of decisions. What I'm saying is this. They've gotten rid of Derek Carr now, right? Now Derek Carr has an opportunity now to go somewhere else and show that he is a Pro Bowl type quarterback, right? So he has to find, just like Andy Reid and Mahomes work great, there's a relationship that has to work on the field. That relationship obviously doesn't work, okay, between the two of them.
No, there's something there. There's no doubt.
There's been many guys get traded from one team and then all of a sudden go to another team and become unbelievable. Look at Big Papi with Minnesota Twins. Minnesota Twins thought they just had a fat guy who couldn't play.
Remember that they released him. He had no power.
Thank you. So, and why they released him? Because the people that make the decisions looked at him and said, oh, there's nothing there. Boston got him and said, okay, we'll take him. But because of Pedro called and take a flyer on him, and here he comes and becomes Big Papi. So, back to my point. There's a relationship between your coach and the player.
Right.
And coaches are hired to win, Rob. And I believe McDaniel doesn't believe that he can win it all with Derek Carr, so he wants to go in a different. And I agree, he does have a built-in excuse. But he might get a bad boy in this draft. Look, Joe Burrow, man, came out, out of college. I mean, there's some young guys out there, Rob.